Hello there, this is the Shawn1113 podcast show. I am your host, Shawn1113. As a reminder, please don't forget to follow this podcast and whatever content it is uploaded to, whatever platform may be Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and many others. Spreaker, Spotify, Anchored by Spotify, and many other platforms wherever you may be listening to this podcast. Again, thank you for joining me, and thank you for listening as well, anywhere in the world. Wow. Let me take a deep breath for a moment. I can't help. I cannot remember the last time I saw some of the best playoff games I've seen in a long time. With the drama, the incredible drama that transpired this past weekend was incredible. Particularly the fourth quarter, the Kansas City Chiefs Buffalo Bills game. That was as that was as insane and wild. 25 points in the last 90 seconds of that quarter. Wow. Uh, excuse me. I couldn't even comprehend that. But first things first, the Saturday game, I knew Cincinnati was going to win that game, find a way to win that game against Tennessee. And I thought Cincinnati was going to win that game. The other three I were wrong, but I was definitely right about the Cincinnati Bengals winning that game. And it was a really good game. You would thought Tennessee would have pulled it off, but it didn't. The 49ers and Green Bay. Green Bay, I don't know what happened to their offense after that first drive. But San Francisco, everybody's going to say, let's blame Aaron Rodgers. Well, you can say part of it, but the thing is, the offense let them down. The defense played as good as they can for Green Bay. The special teams let them down. And ironically enough, it was the San Francisco special teams that saved their playoff lives. Let's face it, if it weren't for that block punt, that game would have been over. Trust me. That game would have been over. Their special teams saved the day for San Francisco. Period. That's the end of that discussion. Now, Tampa Bay and the LA Rams. The Rams are damn lucky not to Atlantanize themselves. Remember that Super Bowl Atlanta had that 28-3 lead, only to lose that game eventually in overtime to New England and Tom Brady? It almost Atlanticized themselves. Well, the Rams did almost the same damn thing at 27-3 and almost fumbled their way out of the playoffs. And then Matthew Stafford, to his credit, won that game, and Cooper Kupp definitely was a huge part of it. Can we agree that the MVP is one of the MVP candidates would be considered as Cooper Kupp, even though he fumbled the football once? I know the MVP's definitely got to be Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, or Cooper Kupp. Defensive Player of the Year, you can take your pick. Micah Parsons, Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt. You can take your pick there. Coach of the Year, I'm going to say Kyle Shanahan, in my opinion. The way they went off to that bad start and the way they recovered from that bad start for San Francisco. The other one, coach of the year, I'm thinking Zach Taylor of Cincinnati. And the undisputed rookie of the year, Jamar Chase. I don't think there's anybody else that had a year like Chase. Maybe Jalen Waddle, but Jamar Chase to me will be the rookie of the year this year. And finally, Kansas City, Buffalo. Excellent game, high scoring offensive game. Josh Allen to me is now a star in the National Football League. I think his name, even in losing that game, Josh Allen has become the next superstar in the NFL, next level, in my opinion. He was a little down there. He was a little bit down the level, but now Josh Allen, in my opinion, has pretty much rised up. Not as big as Patrick Mahomes, who showed up, but definitely on that level. Definitely pretty close on the next level. And the next level up. But to Kansas City's credit, they pulled it off. They really did. And now I have to put the rankings on this game. And of course, one mention, like I said, the last 90 seconds of that game was as good as I've ever seen an NFL football game. That Chiefs-Bills game in Kansas City was as good as I've ever seen an NFL football game in an offensive sense. And then the rest of the games provided drama on their own. What a great divisional playoff. I mean, I don't think anybody can forget it anytime soon. Now, my top 4 rankings, Sean Steele's NFL championship rankings, championship weekend picks, rankings and picks. Number 4, San Francisco. Number 3, Cincinnati. Number 2, the Los Angeles Rams. And number 1 is Kansas City. That is my Sean Steele's rankings. And now for my picks. San Francisco and the Los Angeles Rams. I'm going to pick the Rams here, despite their troubles. It could be a low-scoring game. It could be a high-scoring game. Who knows with that balance? Cincinnati and Kansas City and KC. And this stat actually blew my mind. Kansas City is 22-1 in Arrowhead since Mahomes became the quarterback in postseason play. I will pick Kansas City here. I mean, I would not be shocked Cincinnati won that game, but I'm picking Kansas City here to win the AFC title and represent the Super Bowl. And I'm picking the Rams in a very close one. Close one in the NFC Championship game. What else can I say? That's your show. That's your Shawn1113 podcast show. NFL, NFC, AFC, and NFC divisional round recap and championship picks and rankings. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening. And as always, stay encouraged no matter what.